All right. This is Mind Drops, Monday minis, continuation from last week. It's going to be painting my orc. I got him baked and everything. He's ready to go. So, here we go. All right. So, all we got here is to paint him. His hair broke. It's flexible, but up there I must not have had it worked enough to stop it from breaking. So, like, these other parts seem like they're pretty good. Thinner parts seem good, but everything else looks alright. So, I think I want to do his hair like a black, green base skin, and it's gonna be like a leather brown. I don't know about the base yet. I haven't decided. You guys gonna do that black, but I figured do the hair first because it's gonna be black, and then I can get around the ears, and I can be careful around the ears and stuff. But I think I was gonna do black with like maybe some silver in it or gray, something. I like a grayish silver. But all right, we're gonna get to this. Put this on here, but I moved the camera around a little bit. Maybe it'll help out. All right. So it's just gonna be painting. I want to work on another one, but I haven't totally decided what I want to do yet for this next challenge. Oh, don't have water. Water for the brushes. A little water for some delusion. All right. Now I can get to this. Jeez. Thought I was already, but I wasn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it all like a straight black at first. His eyes are so cool. Mr. Bear, you can't go on a table. If you want to go on my lap, you gotta stay right there. Might get some paint on you today. I don't know if I should try to leave it scalp down there and paint that. Paint it black. Won't be able to see it. I think I want to have a brush just to get a little bit of water. See if that helps a little bit. If it doesn't, it'll probably just be like a layer thing I have to do. Getting pretty far on the Mythosaur skull. We work on that tomorrow. It's coming along. Yeah. He's got one coat on him so far, but this guy here is what I'm working on right now, though. So what's going on, Mr. Bear? So maybe I'll do the like tie on the back too, like a leather, like his arms, shoulders, I guess. That would probably look the best on him. Little nooks and crannies in there. But try and move a few lights around, move the camera a little bit, see if it works the best here. Too thin there. Not too worried about getting on his ear, but I don't want to have to cover black up too much. Black's a hard color, but I guess not with acrylics. Kind of covers pretty easy. This guy did turn out pretty cool. For 3 hours. Got some character to him. Make it look pretty cool once it's painted. I have a need at least be able to see his like expression a little bit better, or his features a little better. I just ended up super gluing those knots back on. It's part of the yeah. Go over here for a second. See what's going on. There we go. That's what I wanted to do with it. Now I can kind of see what's going on. I think it doesn't only allow it when it's active window, I think. Let's see what's going on. John. Cat on my lap. Like he's contemplating what he's doing. Right, Mr. Bear? You're just contemplating it all? More room that way? Yeah? Nope, touched it. Dang it. Maybe I'll try to do like really watered down white over his hair. That might be cool. Get like the white into the cracks and stuff. Yeah, that's probably what I'm doing. Okay, what are you doing, Mr. Bear? Weird, his eyes are like looking at me, waiting for his color. Oh, guess he decided to get down. Yeah. Yeah. Just trying to paint slowly around some of these spots. Don't have to paint too much over black or green in there. I'll probably end up having to touch it up anyways. Yeah, I'll have to. That's kind of what I'm doing to black right now. Yeah, I'm just using regular acrylics here. While I'm doing other spots, I look over and I see things I might have missed. That's why you see me jump around. A lot of times because it's a new angle I can see it at. I didn't get to see it that way before. Okay, I think I want to put this on this side over here. A bit more so I can. little hair. Haven't gotten up in there yet. Really hard to back side of that. Also the reason why I'm doing the black right now. Once I get a good layer on this hair, it'll really make it show what it'll look like a little bit better. Yeah, I think because the top already looks pretty cool. Actually hard to see on the camera. I guess it's not that bad. Just on computer screen it is. Just trying to get this base layer down. It's always kind of the hardest part to get started. That's why. Yeah, I think if I tried to do like a whitewash or a gray wash on all this hair, I think it'll be able to see a lot of that detail in. Cracks and grooves in it. Really can't see it with just the paint. I mean, I guess you can a little bit. Say a drop of water or so every now and then. At least to the spot where I'm pulling the paint from. I don't want it that thin, but it mixes together pretty good. Not too worried about the little piece down here, because that'll get painted over. turn over weird ways to get at these spots. Have to get into all the angles it needs to get into. Gonna be doing a few layers still, so I'm not too worried about total coverage of it, but I just want to cover as much as I can in the first layer or two, so just to get it the color I want. So now I can put this up a little bit and paint underneath there. Advantage of this cos clay. Weird angles though, to get in the hair for me to have the camera on it. Just putting it out there. So I'm actually on the Wi-Fi right now, so I wonder how actually it's working. Seems like it's working alright. It's pretty steady. Huh. Not gonna worry about it. Seems to be working alright. Like it's wrapped around it funny. It's not quite, like more like it's leather. If I do the base with a black, I probably will end up doing it like a gloss or something. That'd probably suit it better. try getting the airbrush out sometime. Try to use the airbrush. I haven't used it a whole lot. I kind of get some thinner for it, some paint for it. I used a little bit of it when I did a different one, and it seemed to work alright, but I think it could have worked a little better if I would have had better paint. It was like gumming up, but I don't know what I was doing. So maybe if I try to use it this next time, it won't be so hard to use it. I'll get some paint for it. Really haven't gotten to the point yet where I need to use it. I think when I do something else, it'll be the bigger project I'm working on. That one I'll break it out probably and use it then. You get a little bit in there. I think my first coat of black will be done. Yeah, first coat's done. Alright, now I can get the forehead. Side over here. Oh no, guess the first coat isn't done. This side over here still. I think once I get the green down, just the base green, we'll really be able to see what it looks like. Too hard to do his eyebrows. I don't know if I should do them right now. If I should wait. think I'm gonna do it right now. I think it'd be better too, because then I can overlap it. You know, like. Overlap the paint again in a little bit, and then when I come back it'll look even better. Yeah, at least that's the plan. That's the plan, that's the plan. Hey. Over on D Live, hey. Just getting this guy done. It's gonna be pretty cool. Guess I'll be able to see his cracks and stuff a little better. It's a lot more flexible than what I'm used to, so I'm not used to being able to bend a bunch of it around. Not to worry about it too much. I have to remember that more as I'm building things. Okay, I'm just gonna try to go over everything all over so I can see with the watered down black. Just in case it looks like it didn't get filled in all the way. At least this pass will probably get to look a little bit better, because some of it I kind of watered down quite a bit. Trying some things. I get a little bit better at what I'm doing here. I really like doing these little ones. Yeah. Make me try different things I wouldn't try normally. And it's not too much clay either. Just did that part recently, so it's got kind of still wet, so maybe I need to go into the braid a little bit more. It's a matte black anyways, so it's gonna get rid of some of that shine anyways once it starts drying. Just trying to make sure I cover it all good, that it's the parts that you can see. Yeah, so it's coming along. It's starting to get to where I want to get them to. I think trying to challenge myself on doing this in an hour, but there's no way. It's probably gonna take two. I bet. I need some more water. I don't want to rush him either. He's already pretty cool. Oh, an ice cream. Thank you. cool. I haven't really figured out a whole lot of those things are in there, but that's awesome. Just a quick layer over this part. The other eyebrow didn't get too good. It's probably how I end up going over it in the end. We're just gonna get it covered right now. Got like an Elvis hairdo, kind of. It's funny. I think I got him covered pretty good for the black on his hair. Oh, there's a spot. Oh, there's a couple little spots in there. So I gotta roll it around and look at it from a bunch of different angles. See where you might not have looked before. I think I got a spot right in there I didn't see. Get a little bit wetter. Kind of why thinning it out kind of helps, because then when you do paint these other spots, it gets in there, but kind of, even if it's washed out, you won't be able to see it as much. Well, that looks cool. Clean off this brush. Do a basic green over all the skin. That brush got pretty dirty. Give me 1 second. I need to go grab a paper towel. I'm back now. I'm back. Tried to be gone for too long. All right. There we go. I need a paper towel so I can dry off my paintbrush here. Just a little bit. Set it up inside. Alright, so basic green. Bright green, or should I do a darker green? Christmas green. I gotta use this light green, but I'm gonna add something to it, I think. I want to use light green. What? What's this other one? They're all... Yeah, dark black or dark matte. Here's a dark one that's matte. Like an olive green. English ivy. These ones, I think. the other stuff goes on there without diluting it down. Oh yeah. Just gonna try to cover it around everything. Here's the detail. Oh, he's gonna look so cool. He already looks super cool. I'll bend these out a little bit. Get the paint up in there. This is so cool. Geeking out over him. He looks way cool now. Just getting the color on him. Especially once it dries. It's a nice flat finish to it. I'll get different brushes out to do the edging. Try to do a layer or two. If it doesn't take very good. But it already looks awesome. It's so cool. So crazy how much just a little bit of paint changes it. Just kind of trying to get up there pretty good, so I don't gotta go too much into that part. Yep, the orc. Just giving him some paint. Just kind of doing the basic coat right now. I'm getting it down so that I can kind of see where he looks like with this flat color. I got some like light metal flake stuff and a couple bright colors. I don't know what I want to do yet though. He might just look cool with this color on it. It's already looking really cool. I didn't give him a name. I just put orc on it. I think he's a he. I think you have to have a little more sleek face to be female. But I don't know though about orcs. Could be like super mutants. They all kind of look the same. Thanks for stopping back though again. And tomorrow I'm gonna be working on the skull some more, finishing that up. Just about done. I have to start something else today too, I think. I have to go over that again and get rid of some of them brush strokes. Just go slower. Yeah, the Mandalorian skull thing is turning out pretty cool. Bone is really cool to paint. You get like weird details out of it. Does get a lot more character once you get some color on him. So weird. Without even putting like any shadowing or anything in the cracks, you can really see the detail just from the cracks being there, like the shadowing from the lighting. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. I want to break that. I broke his knots. Hair. There's braids. Had it super glue them on. Not too worried about touching the hair too much because I'll just end up painting over it with the black again. Easier to just touch up the ends and not see it as much. Having small little defects than of the other color being underneath it than in the black, because the black's really noticeable. Different brush for that. Odd angle in there. I gotta start going a little slower to paint. So I can kind of not see the strokes as much. Cause sorry, I got that the first layer down. That'll fill it in really good, hopefully. Just gonna go right up over the whole face. Try to get in the edges of the hair. All these cracks. I don't know if I should maybe add a little bit of a shine to his color on the edges and tops of his ears. Add maybe the same color with a little bit of metal flake added to it or something. I haven't really decided yet. Kind of want to keep him gritty looking. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing that. Same time. I should be finishing up the skull part painting and then working on the base. The base is already baked and tested and it worked. Yeah, I do minis on Monday. Kind of been the goal. Kind of changing up my projects so that it's not all just one thing all the time. This would be the fourth thing I think now. There's the owl. This guy. We're in 2 challenges, and then the first 2 were just ones I did on my own. It usually ends up being like a sculpt one day, and then a paint the next Monday, and then sculpt. I try to do the paint and sculpt in one if I can. I have to get a different brush for this part. Yeah, that thing has turned out pretty awesome. It's gonna be so hard getting rid of it. But then when that's done, I'll be working on a dragon. It's gonna be a 2-headed dragon. Kind of excited about that too. That'd be pretty cool. Scales and stuff. I got some pretty nifty little tools to use for the rings, like, or for the scales. It'll be pretty neat. Got a few things planned out. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, the dragon. I've been thinking about it for a while. I get really excited when I tell people about that project, so it's gonna be 2-headed, and one of the necks is gonna be getting chopped off by the guy with the axe I built already. I don't think I've showed that, but yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome too. So when I do my first episode on that, in my first stream, like the beginning of it, I'll have like a picture with that next to it showing the progress each episode. So I'll have one of it. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. And then it's gonna be 4 pieces all together. It's a knight fighting a 2-headed dragon with the upper body, and the lower body is going to be having like a wizard stomped into the ground, and the back corner is a crystal base. The crystal base is already done, but the whole idea of the dragon getting hacked up is going to be cool. Never get to see that kind of stuff. I'm gonna put LED lights in it, so like the neck is gonna have some lights in it, and the dragon's head is gonna have some lights in it. I figure if I can try to get the neck to look like it's on fire, like it's trying to spit fire with the one head and lighting a fire in the other one. It's kind of like the idea. yeah, that's like the overall project I'm working on right now. These other ones are just like the ones that are like in between, so I don't get burnt out on it. Trying to keep it fun. I don't want it to feel like it's a chore. And I'm just having fun with art, you know? That second layer really got rid of my brush strokes.
Anything else?
I didn't really thin out this paint too much on this one, like I did on the other guy, or on the hair part.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Yes.
Brush for that spot.
Something more.
And then there's gonna be it's a EL light. It's like a fluorescent light kinda, and all the sculpts have some sort of light in them. They're LED lights, and then I'm gonna take this LED light and run along the base of it and give it a light underneath it, so you can see up at the dragon and the guy fighting it, like it's like a volcano or something, or
Have you felt it?
I'm put on top of my shelf. It's gonna be cool.
Yes. There's something more.
So, Monday minis. I really should set up a thing where it goes through all the ones I've done in the corner of the screen. Like a slideshow. I think I should set that up next time I get some free time. And add a picture to it each time I add new ones. I'm trying to keep the Monday mini sculpts down to 10 centimeters or less. I don't know if it's really considered a mini, but it's considered a mini to me. I know I've seen other minis and micros and stuff that are like 2 centimeters and 3 centimeters. It's too small. Not ready for that yet. Yeah, one layer even looks awesome. Well, I still got his ears. Spacing out about the ears.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah. Put the smaller brush in there. Oh, I gotta do his ears. I forget his ears. Yeah, the ears look way better once they're green. kind of look funny when they were like a different gray from the skin.
Unnatural.
I'm still amazed at how easy it is to paint over this clay too. It just makes it so good. So cool. I don't know if I should do it with a lighter color over it or try to put a darker color over it. I think I should go with a darker. And maybe add a little bit of that metal into it. Like a Christmas green. Oh, it's his skin right there. Trying to avoid it, and it's his skin. What am I doing? Wow, just the color being on the ears totally changed it. Hard to get in there, but you really can't see in there, so not really gonna worry too much about. I got it anyways. All right, get a little brush out for the other part of the ears, and the face. Oh, I don't mean to hold it in front of the thing like that. Alright, so little brush. This will be the one. It's already getting there. Hardest part is getting in there, not really getting it on the eye a whole lot. I mean, you can't help it. I got a little bit of some green in here too. So this like scar he's got. And what's up here? Corner here is Widow's Peak, kind of, or whatever it would be. Not Widow's Peak. Alright, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Probably get a little bit more in that spot right there. Yeah. This other eye going. I wonder if I should do like a preview of my other project. Do that in the beginning or something. I don't know. I'm always thinking about how I can do this a little different. But honestly, I'm kind of doing how I kind of want already. Stream and record it, and I want to make time lapses with the recordings eventually. It's just hard to get content. Okay, that's good. I still want to put a little smear of green in there. Ear one. Kind of work the brush up to the hair, and you can kind of like keep the dark line that's there from the hair. If I actually got there, like in this part there isn't one, so when I go and grab the black again, grab a fine paintbrush, I'll go over all that again. Or at least try to get it the best I can. It's hard to get some of these little nooks and crannies. But yeah, it's definitely been fun working on these. Oh, that's what I already got. I almost got that right away. Wow, spaced that out. Alright, so I'll touch up a couple little spots. I see where there's some more gray. Get these other spots I already filled in. Really look darker. There's a spot right there. Behind the weird angle. Definitely a weird. Oh, I got the other brush. Oh, that one. Got like a weird tip. Let you get into weird spots, but I don't know if this is really the right one to use for this. Either way, I'll touch that up with black. I just need to paint that spot in there, that's all. Alright, so got the green down. It looks so cool. Need a drink. The brush is touched up a little bit. Try to keep them as clean as I can. Okay, so that was English Ivy. I think I'm just going to go over the leather part now. And then if I want to come back to that color, because I'm thinking I'm pretty much done with that color. Or maybe I should do the touch-ups with the black. What's up, Jaden? Sorry about that. Had to go with the dog outside. You know, you got there are needs you gotta get to. Alright, so now we're gonna do the leather. Or no, I'm gonna touch up the black edges. Still have some of this watered down black here. I'm just gonna use that. And I can get rid of some of these spots I touched the green on. Since it's a little bit watered down paint, I can kind of like work the brush more like on the edges. Such a tiny brush. I know most people probably wouldn't see that, but I see it. Try not to be too critical about how I look at it, but sometimes I gotta have it a certain way. If I can see it, I can fix it, then I try to fix it. It's easier for me to turn the camera a little bit than to hold it in front of the camera. I gotta be comfortable too. Couple of little spots. I didn't miss too much. I didn't hit too much of it with green either. More, less than you'd think. Still, just love how I can move the clay around a little bit. It's not really hurting it. Yeah. This one I can do the same thing a little bit. Get out of the way some. Couple spots in the hair. Get the green off from it. Sorry. Bumping the camera like that. Yeah. Pretty tight in there, doing them up close to that. But seen some other people painting things. Oh my. They gotta have some really good eyes. I got good eyes, but Dog already came in. Indecisive dog. That's alright though. It happens. It happens, it happens, it happens. I let it so she can push the door open. So sometimes she'll be out there all day. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes. Not too much I hit with the green though. Did a pretty good job at. Covering it for the most part. A couple spots of the black I couldn't get covered very good. Because I touched it and stuff. But I got most of the spots of the black. Oh, there's a green spot. I should try to do some of the trying to give it a little bit more of like a hair look, but because I kind of sculpted it there. Empty on this side over here. I want to make sure I covered it with some of the green before, so I could have a little bit of the texture in it, color. Okay, so now I should go on to the brown for the shoulder things and his ties. Is anyone using it? No, I wonder. All right. So now we're gonna go to the brown color. Can use a satin brown, dark brown. It says just a little bit we need. Don't need much. It's not too much to cover there. I think I might just cover the whole end of the shoulder. Oh, I should do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna cover the whole end of the shoulder. Brown too. Oh, that's not even dark. It's not even dark. This one here. Real brown. Oh. Maybe we'll do the whole base. Real brown. We're just gonna do the whole base in real brown, I think. See what it looks like once it dries. I have to do 2 layers again. Oh. Just doing a quick layer right now because it's kind of a big area to cover. Maybe I'll do the other leather underlay a little darker. We're just gonna get all this stuff. Just pretty much need to get a nice coat on it. So the next layer will color it a lot better. And the horn things, I'm gonna do like a white with a pearl color added to it, maybe, or something. Maybe that off-white. There's teeth. Color of the bone. A mythosaur. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about the horns. Maybe if I cover them darker. I don't know. We're just gonna see it, that one, how much it covers it when I go back over it. Wasn't quite dry yet. Let's get a little bit onto these hair leather tie things. Doesn't cover the greatest, but I think that once it gets that layer on it, then it'll cover it nice. But it's got to get to dry. Paint doesn't really it's pretty water based or whatever. Trying to make sure I can. I'm gonna have to touch up the black again around that. Expected though, especially when it's like close quarter painting. Switch brushes here pretty soon. Tight spots. Yeah, this guy's gonna be awesome when he's done. Just a lot of small work, you know? I mean, well, anything like this is like that. A lot of little small projects that make up the big one, I guess is how you want to look at it, kind of like that. Sculpting, planning, sculpting, fixing, painting. dirtying it up. Just kind of getting the best I can with this brush. It's not a very fine brush. Alright, now I think this part's dry enough. Yeah, I think it's dry enough now. Not, it should be. Still wet there. Too much paint in that writing. Let's just try to paint it all brown. Not try to do any special colors. That part. It's already hard enough to paint it. Coming along, man. This is coming along. Definitely cool. Don't want there to be too much of a brush stroke going on. Weird angles. Just trying to cover some of it easier. I'm already kind of over there. Doing this one. Oh, I'll touch that up with the green.
Seem to get what it takes to regret and trace back my steps. I'm about to break me. I'm about to break me. One cut's just to bleed. No one's guaranteed. Let's go place your bets. Cold cage of glass, the prison, the reward as the moments pass. Not a single breeze that could reach me.
Good. Here's part.
Like any of this is meant to be real, so fake. Now that I could take what I adored.
Hard to see that little spot in there. Hard to get in there more. Oh. Just gonna try to paint over it and then touch up the green. Hard to get that little edge.
I need a jar of pills to play your charades. And the stream flows strong, reflection fades. I lose myself in the midnight haze. All things gone wrong, I can't erase. I don't belong.
Well, maybe if I paint it up to it and then go back over it with green, it'll be alright. Gotta touch up the green anyways. Some of these spots are pretty tricky in here, so I gotta kind of go at a weird angle. It's hard to get in there.
That could reach me to make it feel like any of this is meant to be real. So fake now that I could take what I adored.
Oh yeah, it's turning out awesome. Hour and a half or so far.
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me.
Seeing how everything's going and everything on the other side here.
Blow.
Just making sure everything works all right. Oh wow. But yeah, it's coming along. It's cool seeing like the character come to life after, you know, coming out of a piece of clay and some aluminum foil. Well, for this guy, sometimes just a little bit of wire. Oh, it's just neat. This whole process is cool. I think it's just the creation process is cool when you create anything.
First you want to kill me.
Music, art, custom car. Something that has a little bit of you in it, kind of. It's always cool. Not that you want to put a part of you in it, but it's already there, you know. This paint gets really sloppy after a while. Well, I think the brown looks pretty good. I don't really want to do the bottom. I mean, I should, but I can get around the hair tie thingies now. It's gonna be a little tough. But take your time and watch it as you go. And it's not so bad. Kind of look over the whole thing as I work on it. Still looking for spots I might have missed for color, and there's a couple black spots in there I didn't see before. Maybe when I go back over the green color, I'll come back with a little bit of the black. Well, it's kind of way up in there. You probably won't even see it. Unless you're like critiquing it and looking for it. This guy's just going to sit on my shelf probably anyways. Haven't really figured out what I'm going to do with some of these little mini ones. I know the first one I did is like a moth guy. Like a fairy moth guy. And he's going to go on top of the crystal base piece. But that needs to be painted, and I'm waiting to paint that till I have the dragon done, because the dragon needs to match, the ground needs to match everything, I think, because it's kind of like in the dragon's lair. I would hope it all matched, you know, like color wise, the dirt and rocks and stuff. So I don't want to go back and repaint stuff. It's already a lot of work, you know. You don't want to go back and redo stuff. I'm getting better at getting what I want out of my head into the clay. So the more I do it, the better I'll get at that. So that's what I'm kind of striving for. Maybe eventually I'll be able to take somebody else's ideas that they explain and make it into something. Put a picture in my head of it. But it's kind of why I haven't done any characters too that are real. Because I want to, when I do want to do real people, real characters, or not real, but ones that somebody else had made up, I want it to reflect it, you know? Thanks for stopping by from D-Live. Awesome. Got a couple views from in there today. Yeah, I'm still figuring this whole streaming thing out, but I want to share my art. Coming along. Try to stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. What my goals are. For a few hours each day. In the morning at 9. Touch up all these spots I got brown on now. Even though I'm going to do like a wash over it, I still don't want to have too much of my... Oop, that's not the color I want. Too much of the brown in spots it doesn't need to be for me touching it. It's just a little bit there. Looks pretty good. Touch up some of the brown too. Over here there's some, probably for me holding it. So I want him to have like a gray wash to his hair. I'm gonna do a little bit more touch up with the green, I think. Like a couple spots around that part, the shoulders and stuff. I think that was like a glosser. Yeah, it was a glossy color. So it's gonna be a little bit shiny like that. Here I'm thinking I'm waiting for it to dry, and it's not gonna dry. Because it's gonna dry, but it's gonna look wet. All right. So we're gonna touch up a little bit more of that green in a couple spots, and then I think start doing the white for the horns. Spikes, or his teeth and his spikes, tusks. Maybe it would be a tusk if it's an orc. I think it would be a tusk. Wow, 25 viewers in here? No way. Awesome. Wouldn't have thought. That's super cool. This is like my second time on D Live. Second or third. Figure I'd try to stream to 3 or 4 things. Doing Facebook, YouTube, D Live, and Twitch, all under minddrops. It's kind of my thing, you know, trying to show my art. I also play around with music, and my music is playing right now. This is all stuff that I had either jammed out or wrote over the last couple years playing around. I'm not really too serious about it. It's just more for fun. I'm like abstract. More of an abstract artist. But I have a SoundCloud also. It's minddrop. He's totally coming along. His eyes look a little cross-eyed, but still. I don't think orcs are supposed to be perfectly like symmetric anyways. At least that's what I was thinking when I made them. Okay. But yeah, coming along pretty good. So maybe I should do the white now. Off-white. And see what the pearl does to the top of the off-white for the... Actually... I'll do the regular white. I'll do the off-white for his tusks. And then there's a pearl here. Let's go on the door. White pearl. It's like a weird... I'll have to probably do a couple layers with the white because I put so much brown on that. But that's okay. The white is more like going to be a base color anyway, so that pearl color sit on a little bit better. Maybe I should dirty up these too with like a little bit of red or something on them. Dirty, bloody. Maybe I need a little bit of water with that. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. I try to paint what I can see from one side sometimes, and then I'll turn it. I can only see so much, then I'm trying to move on. Really take that white better, that pearl on it. Sometimes it's taking your time is what you gotta do. Slowly work to brush down the edge. I don't know why I picked the middle one to start on. Probably still have to touch that brown up a little bit. Oh, maybe not. I don't mess up too many times. It's always weird getting in them spots like that. Oh, it's turning out pretty cool now. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just love art in general. I think that I like seeing all people do things that are artistic if they can, and if not, I totally understand. But for me, it's like a form of therapy almost. Pulls me away from life, pulls me away from all the other stuff. It gives me time to reflect things while I'm not thinking about things. I don't know, it's weird. It seems like everything's so fast-paced all the time in our lives and everything. It's nice to slow it down a little bit. Oh, I don't want to get that paint on there. Oh, thanks for the follow. Suki Smackhouse. And Adala. Thank you. Also used to oil paint, but kind of stopped doing that. And I've made a few costumes too, like cosplay costumes, but mainly Star Wars stuff. But still, kind of trying to bring some of those other things that I've learned from painting and costume making and stuff over into my other crafts. I eventually want to make like a stop motion film. I think that'd be really cool to do, but I want to learn my skills up here a little bit on sculpting and painting and creating a little bit before and videoing. You know, the video part too is kind of good to learn too. I originally wanted to learn 3D art, and that was part of the reason why I learned some music stuff, because I want to make my own music for it, and I just couldn't get into 3D art. I couldn't get into not having something in my hands that was real. Guess I'm still analog. Yeah, we are a big family, yeah. Everybody's connected somehow. It's really crazy. I think we all got to realize that. We treat each other a little better. Everybody's different, but we're all kind of the same. Cool. He's actually giving some life seeing him being white like that. Crazy how much a few colors add to something really makes it look way different. And from looking at it all gray like an hour or so ago. reverse base coat down here. Thanks again for everybody stopping in here. It's awesome that there's some people actually in here watching me. Like, still amazing that we can do this in this day and age, you know? Like, communicate on the internet and share video, and it's just crazy. Compared to 25 years ago. I'm just going to kind of do a quick coating over everything again. And I'll grab that pearl color out. Go over with the pearl. Is this the wet? Yeah, this is the dry side. This side's the first side I did. This is more of a flat color anyway, so hopefully that pearl color will go over it really nice. Yeah, I need to set up some stuff on here. I had some things on my I had a text chat on here for a while, but I don't know if it connects with what I'm using because I'm using Restream. I should look into it a little bit more and have them to help me out a little bit, you know. All right, cool, man. Like when I'm not on here, I'll check it out, figure something out here, like, because I really like to set it up a little bit better. I'm using I think this is Streamlabs, and I can't get like my text to go through the Restream from YouTube or I think Facebook. I'm not really too worried about it, but I want it to be able to go on to my actual stream so that you can see it on here. And I kind of want to have it set up so you don't have them. I'll have to go through that later on and link to it. The chat stays on there for a little while, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, I usually don't go on Discord through my computer. I usually go through my phone. I also have the same name on there too. Drunk Awesome, thanks for following. Yeah, it's all a learning thing. I've only been doing this for maybe a month or so. Maybe a little over a month. I noticed that people are really willing to help too, which kind of makes it nice. Makes you feel like there's actually a community, you know? Community of people. You're not alone. Yeah, I like the whole setup on the D-Live side. Like, I like the... It seems like it's easier to get people to connect to you and watch you. And 31. Awesome. Wow. I gotta try not to be nervous now. Jeez. Just kidding. I'm still sitting here by myself. It's kind of how I gotta look at it. Pretty much just touching it up with this last layer, this white, because thinking that pearl color will really like give it that look I want it to have, where it's kind of shimmers a little, and then I'll have to dirty it up just a little bit. Even that white just pops out so much. For being a guy I just made up, looks like some character from like a cartoon or something. Yeah, so I think that white's done for now. Hi there, Elizabeth. Okay, now we're gonna grab that pearl color. I gotta mix this up really good though. Last time it didn't blend too well. Well, actually, I'll mix this, but I'm gonna touch up a couple of little spots I got white on. Let that white dry a little bit. There's a little bit of that green color. How I can do these. I'm glad that stuff bends, because I can actually get in there and get into the little nooks and crannies. Alright, I think that white is sitting good. Let's green off from here. There wasn't too much I need to really touch up. Thanks. Yeah, I'm in a Discord group. There's only a couple of us where we do little challenges every week. This is my orc from the challenge. You're supposed to be 10 centimeters or smaller in 3 hours, and our theme was an orc. Definitely reminds me of something from like a cartoon, or trying to think of it, but I can't really place what it is. Like this. This pearl color looks really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to see it as good on the camera, but I just want to put a few streaks on it. Probably can't see it that good on the camera. Sometimes the things that you do, you really can't tell how cool they are when you take a picture or have it recorded. It's almost like the artificial lighting doesn't let you see it. I guess you can kind of see that, maybe. I know, like when I get done with doing sculpts, I like to take a picture in the dark with it. I think that they end up having a different look to them when you can have that dark shadow, that dark ambient lighting. I mean, I'll take clean pictures of it too, but I always like to have a couple of dark ones. Definitely cool. Warcraft movie, kinda. Yeah, that's one of the themes I was looking at when I was thinking about. I was thinking more of the Warcraft 2 game. I think the cover art has an orc on it. But when I kept on looking at all the ones from the Warcraft movie, their like noses seemed really small, and I just something about it just didn't look right to me. Okay, I guess you can kind of see that in there. And let me see if I can change the lighting a little bit. Exposure, bring the exposure down a little. I guess you can kind of see it now. A little bit. Let's bring that back up though. Still, yeah, I guess you can kind of still see it. Okay, now I need to use the off-white. Got squirty on the thing though this time because it's just for the tusks. This brush, still need that. Try not to touch it too much with wet paint on my fingers because now it's getting farther along. Just do 2 coats again with this. It's more like an off-white. Tight spaces. Try to get the paintbrush to do all the work for you. I got these fine brushes because I knew I was going to be doing some of these smaller things, and it's really hard to get in there. They're not nothing too special. They're just some fine cheaper ones. I think they're like $14 or something for the whole set. But them small little tips do help quite a bit. This back side of it. Now it looks cool with a white tusk there. Awesome. Yeah, totally coming to life. Crazy how fast that just a couple little things to it will bump it up, you know, to that lifelike look, you know. Millennial Honky, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you guys coming in here, checking out my stream. hard to get in that spot with that little tooth. Can't bend that one like I could bend the other one. It's gonna be a little tougher. It's a little hair sticking out of the brush. Different one. This one's a little bit smaller. I know I can't get the green in that spot very good either, so I'm trying to do it as subtly as I can. Just a little bit of water down, I think. Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome being a creator of some kind. It's rewarding, even if it's just for yourself. You know, like the joy you can get out of putting some of your time into something and seeing it go all the way through your plan it's really rewarding. Never really was much into writing. I've always had a hard time writing. I mean, I've taken my time to try. I have like a few things I've tried writing, but I've never really been into the writing thing. I've always been into more of the visual painting and drawing. I can go back to the other brush. More of that paint. I appreciate everybody stopping by on my Monday minis projects. Every Monday I try to do something that's under 10 centimeters. And then the next Monday, if I don't get it painted, I usually paint it the next Monday. And then I have the other 3 days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I work on other projects that are a little bit bigger, sculpting wise. I have like a bigger project and I switch between the smaller, bigger one. I kind of take a break from the monotony of working on one big thing. So I try to stream 4 times a week. Yeah, I'm terrible with the punctuation and writing. Like, I think I'd probably be better if it was listening to me and writing it than me actually writing it. Yeah. I want to start making music again, but I haven't been in the groove for that. I have it all set up and all ready. I just haven't been feeling it. Maybe one of these days I will. All this music's gonna start getting old to me after a while. Just trying to do it so I don't have to worry about any copyright or anything. See ya. Thanks for coming by. Okay, well, he's got his off color there. Looks good. No, I don't know if I don't even think I want to add any of that pearl to that. Maybe just the ends of it. Just a little bit. I don't know why I'm getting so into it. Like, the challenge is over with the guy, and I'm still like all into it. I was like, I don't want to have a thing I don't finish, you know? Like, I have had a problem for a long time not finishing my projects, so I'm really trying to finish them now. Not feel like I procrastinate all the time on it. Procrastination is so hard. Oh, cool. Been working on it for a while then, or it's just hard to figure out how you want to get it to flow out? Is it I know a lot of stuff takes a while, especially trying to plan an overall thing. Blobber Bob, thanks for the follow. Two of your favorite D-levers? Oh, kept revising it over years. Yeah. My mom has a story that she wrote. She had a hysterectomy when I was like 10 years old, so like 30 years ago. She wrote it, and she hadn't touched it for like 10 or 15 years, and she finished writing a book a while ago, and she still hasn't totally got done with it. But so I know what it's like. It's something that takes a while, especially when it's something you have taken some pride in. It's like you're giving it life, you know. You don't want to represent what you're thinking wrong. I'm gonna try to make like a light silver-ish wash, like for the hair. I don't know how much it's really gonna work, but thanks. Yeah, this is a 2-hour paint job so far. I'm gonna try and add some gray to the. I don't think it's gonna. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, where'd my red go? Ooh. Yeah, that'll work. Just trying to be able to see some of them awesome texture marks I put on it. Oh, deep down in there and stuff. Just a little bit of water and paint. Gray it up a little bit. Yeah, that definitely makes his hair look way better.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities
Yeah, way better.
some consider to be unnatural.
Sometimes I get like focused. hard to not get focused when you're working on something. Maybe I'll go over it a little bit again with some of the black, just to not make it so gray. But I actually kind of like that. That looks,
Dark side of the Force is a
Yeah, that looks so cool. Yeah, it's totally coming along. That gray in the hair looks really good. Makes it look a little bit more orcish. Just too clean before.
Dark side of the force is the pathway to many abilities some consider
All right. Yeah, much better, right? Yeah, for sure. That little bit of, it's almost like shadowing or shading of it makes it look more alive. There's more, I should probably do that with like a dark too on his face for all the grooves. I don't know, just go through his eyebrows a little bit here. Does make him look a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the same thing with the black. Let's bring it in there and just try to make it a little thinner than that though. Like a dark gray kind of, maybe. Let's do it on his body first. Yeah. Get that a little moist. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I got some of the other color to come off. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, it can be a little tricky, but I think it looks alright. Just trying to add just a little bit to it. Just a little, you know. I think this guy's almost done. Like, I'm pretty pleased with how he's turned out. For being a little over 4 hours, about 5 hours altogether, I don't think it's too bad. I could probably even get this to go a little bit lighter, some of these spots. Yeah, that scar looks really cool with the dark in it. Another scar right here too. This one needs a little bit. Right there too. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you got to witness it too. Yeah, this highlighting area. You almost gotta have it highlighting though, with the streaming it. Otherwise, you won't be able to see it very good. I mean, I could turn down exposure a little bit, but it seems like whenever I do that, I go back and look at the stuff, I can't really see some of the darker things. It's all like a learning process, you know? Streaming's kind of weird. I don't really get to see what it looks like till later on and listen to it till later on, so I hope the sound quality is alright out there and everything. Been trying to perfect it. I think I might. I should maybe do a little bit. The orc is, he's super sculpty for the main like part, and all these like hair and the ears is all cosplay, and all the stuff sticking out besides these horns. So it's, I can show you a picture of it really quick. This is the one stuff. Cosplay. It's a medium. And then the regular super sculpty, which I don't even know what that is. Maybe I need to, should I fill the orc in with like maybe like a yellow or something so you can see it? I think that would be a good color to contrast that brown. I think I'm gonna do that like a, yeah, it just would totally suit it. Gotta try to do this really. So I just wiped it off. That looks perfect. Yeah, it looks good. The yellow stands out a lot with the color of him being green. as I can get it while it's wet still. I can just wipe it off. There's a spot right here I need to fix it, the green. Totally see it now. A little bit more of this yellow. Oh yeah. I don't think I put the R in deep enough, but it still looks good. Orc. No name. I am just Orc. Give me something to move or break. Okay, I got a little spot here where I must have rubbed it. It was too wet with the shading. So I'm just gonna try to blend it in with the rest of it.
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Blow.
All right, I think he's about done. This dude looks pretty awesome.
I am a slave. I am a slave.
Oh, it sucks. You got nerve damage. It's gotta be hard. Gotta be hard when you want to do something and you can't. We haven't been doing 3D prints because it's like it would have to be in 3 hours. You know, like we just been doing any sculpt, any medium of sculpt. There's just 5 of us doing it. It's not a big Discord or anything. But yeah, there's just a couple of us doing it. And I'm just trying to push myself to do more art and keep the creativeness going, you know. And everybody else in the group kind of wanted to do it too. So I guess if you can keep any of the creative juices flowing. Because I think 3D prints would take a little bit longer to, you know, than 3 hours. It'd probably be a good couple hours just printing. But I think I'm gonna have to call this quits here. Wow, I got so many people in here that follow me today. And thank you for donating. Suki Smackhouse for an ice cream. Thank you, Viper Kills, for 9 lemons. And another lemon from Viper Kills. Thanks. Really appreciate you guys all coming in here and watching me do my sculpt. Be back tomorrow morning, same time. Gonna work on some more. I know I have some more time here this morning, but I think I'm done for this. I appreciate everybody being here. You all have a great day.